Morning, everybody. So, gonna try to do some video format stuff purely when I do some talks, and I'll explain in a second. I'll also be posting online with written instructions to help people. This is a little awkward for me because this is actually my first selfie video or whatever. So, sign of apocalypse there by itself. Anyway, so main things we want to keep people active and motivated while we're in kind of this lockdown situation. So for a couple things we're going to do is I've given everyone a weekly setup. And what that is Mondays I'm going to post a weekly challenge, and then ensuing weeks I'll post results. Things like so many side kicks, so many push-ups, just something fun to keep people active. The next thing I'll be looking at is Tuesdays. I'll be posting a weekly tutorial with something workshop. I figure we can take this opportunity to, since it's more one-on-one, it's a little slower, more focused, we'll do things like problem areas, high blocks, some things I'm seeing with punches, of course, side kicks and round kicks. So the tutorials along with a lesson for you to work on for that week. Thursdays, I'll post videos like this, kind of like what we do at the end of class, last 10-15 minutes, where I'll talk about a topic or something, food for thought anyway. Also, on Thursdays by 6:30 p.m., any of your student submissions, which I'll get into in a second, also have to be uploaded and gotten to me. And then Fridays, I will have your critiques back for your individual videos. And I'd actually like to try to do a live question and answer at 5:30 every Friday. So if students want to get on, I'm thinking YouTube. I'm going to check a couple of the live streaming things, and that way I can kind of read questions and talk back and forth. So it's a little more interactive, and we can kind of stay together as a unit. Um, Obviously self defense and partner material is going to wait. I am going to try to get some of that stuff out for people for testing so they can start practicing at home and at least from a demonstration. The main thing is that let's work basics, let's work techniques and arcata. Let's make sure that that is basically test ready by the time whenever we start up again, so that we don't have to devote a lot of time to fixing things or polishing. Let's just get it polished now, get it clean and locked in so that we're ready to go and hit the ground running. Uh, Obviously, phones don't always take the best motion, so do it slow. Main thing is about improving technique and also confidence in your test material. So we don't have those little hiccups where you're thinking, oh, what is my, you know, what's this move in the kata, or do I step this way? Let's just get it down so that the techniques and the katas are test ready by the time we start, which again, hopefully will be April 13th, if not earlier. Um, we don't know how this thing's going to go about, so I'm not giving any hard dates yet, but that is the goal date. Um, so as far as your submissions, I recommend YouTube because you can put it to private if you want, so you don't have to have a bunch of videos of yourself out online. You just got to supply me a link in an email or a message. Uh, the idea is you can submit as many videos as you want throughout the week. You just have to submit at least one video by Thursday at 6:30 p.m. That is mandatory for all students. The video should contain footage of you working the lesson that I post on Tuesday. It also should have one item from your test, be it a kata or a technique you're struggling with, so that I can keep you going on that. And it'll be a personal reply to you directly. The critique will be, maybe overall, but that's the main thing. When you're shooting it, keep in mind again phones, so we want to keep it clean. So look at it before you send it to me. Don't just record it and send it. Make sure that I can see things. Make sure in following weeks that when I give you a critique, you're going to show me the same things that you fixed it, right? So if I say you do a kata and your draw hand's wrong, or the move is wrong, or sidekick, because that's obviously been the sore point for a lot of people, is make sure what I gave you is fixed. But in the following video, show that. When you do shooting, make sure it's well lit. Make sure you get it from two angles, typically front and side, or at least diagonal, so I can see all facets of the technique. So do it once one way and then once the other way. And again, slow and precision. We don't need speed, we don't need power, we just got to have good confidence and good technique. So I'll try to do some more videos like this, discussion points, couple questions that have been thrown my way as far as the one-on-one is I know I said I wanted to. I really did. But I was talking to a guy who's kind of on the front lines of this thing, and I actually talked to Ethan, who's in healthcare as well, home care, and both of them are saying that to make this work, staying basically the idea is we want to get ahead of this, and we, as Ethan put it, we want this to die before it mutates. Not saying it's going to, but it's going to be much harder to deal with if this stays active longer. So, for safety, it was just better for everybody to stay home. I will be working with Janine and Autumn. They've agreed to help me. I know some people have that know about that are a little upset or concerned. The point is, they're both adults, legally speaking. They're not kids. That's a big difference. It's a very small group. It's 3 versus 43 students, and their staff. So they are getting paid for their work. And the thing is, we're only going to be going on, and with all this stuff, it depends if public services start shutting down. I don't think it's going to get that bad, but if all of a sudden they say basically lockdowns type deal, martial law for lack of a better term, then we won't be able to do these either. We'll just have to do purely video. Uh, so yeah, I am experimenting with live stream. I've never been happy with the quality in the past, but if I can, maybe we can do some live streaming one-on-one where I could actually, give you critiques in real time versus looking at a video after the fact. Um, so yeah, I think that's everything for this video. Again, I'll have something linked here as far as information. You can always call, you can always ask questions, multiple videos. Let's stay active. I think the biggest thing that's easy to happen with this is we get out of the schedule. And what happens, I speak from personal experience on this, is 3 weeks can be a lot of time to be out of something, 3-4 weeks. And it's, all of a sudden you start realizing, well, it's nice not having to go someplace Tuesday. It's nice not having, or Monday or Thursday or Friday, whenever your class is. And it's easy to sit. You really need to keep a solid schedule when you do this. You need to, if your class is Mondays and Thursdays, 5 to 5:30 or 5:30 to 6:30 or Tuesday, Friday, same thing, you should train that time period. You should keep that class time as it is, as structured for karate, in addition to whatever training you do. So if you treat it like things haven't changed, that makes life a lot easier. And that way it's not like, well, I sat around for 3 weeks and now I'm scrambling to get it fixed. Or worse, we start back up and stuff isn't fixed, and then I got to start, failing people on pre-tests and stuff. So let's stay active. Let's keep training hard. Let's stick to a schedule. And this month will go by quickly, and we'll be back to, being face-to-face when I tell you what you're doing wrong. All right, everyone. So look forward to everything that's coming down the pipe as far as working on it. Keep training hard, and stay safe and healthy. All right? Bye.